like the whole Irish nation.
Cincinnati, it is time for this town to get down.
My good friend Phil Rivera, pipe maker extraordinaire.
All right, let's get this party started. How is everybody? God dang it, welcome.
Good evening, fellow pipe
God dang it,
smokers.
welcome.
Hope everyone's doing well.
Good to see
Matthew
all
here
of
from
you.
Picking and Piping.
Holy mackerel. Welcome aboard. We are starting it up. Good to see you, Phil Freebird. We're not worthy. The lovely Sue Jones. Yes, indeed. The lovely. Good to see you. Peter's in the house. WKR Piper in Cincinnati. Welcome aboard. Chip, good to see you. I want to see all live chat. Stupid thing. I tell you. Chad, good to see you. Everett, Glenn, he's true blue, baby. Don't ever forget it. Boy, I did a really garbage light on this thing. There we go. Smoking a nub Cameroon. Nice stick. Good to see you. The lovely Sue Jones. Point. Is it Isabel? Isabel? Point. Just so I'm clear on that. Chad, good to see you. I know. Have a pipe in case of an emergency. Yeah, you're right. I know. I'm derelict in my duty. 100% Donald Graham. Cole, Big Country, good to see you. Always. Dadgummit. Welcome, Daniel Reeves. Dang it, welcome. Glum Chum, good to see you. Always good to see all of you. In there hanging out. Phil, Pipe Maker Extraordinaire. B-Dog Piper. Good to see all of you. Well, you know what? I'm glad to see you on the right side of the grass there, B-Dog. Hope you're feeling better. Oh, Troy.
Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboating son of a bitch. You old sailor, you.
Gotcha, Juana. Good to see you. That's how it goes. Was there a Samuel Galloway drop? I missed it. Son of a gun. That's what I get for working. Sue Jones, I'm glad. That's what it's about. Yeah, we're going to talk about that for sure. We're going to get into that aspect as well of how things go and what is it we're going. This has always been the people's channel, as in it's always been a channel for you. It's always been a channel for all of you, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And this has always been an attempt to try to bring all like-minded and similar hobbies and all these kind of things together. And I want to continue that. That's a major thing that I want to continue. James Graham, good to see you, sir. Because we haven't had an Esoterica drop in a long while. And I've come to realize a lot of those conditions and why that's been happening. But we'll get into that in a minute. Right now, I need to know something.
Just look at that grain.
What are you?
Are you looking?
Smoking and drinking tonight, by the way. What is it? Tell us. I've got some coffee in my Briar Blues mug with bourbon cream, by the way. So yum. And yeah, you know what? I'm okay. I can mix it up once in a while.
It's Miller time.
Yes, it is. I forgot my koozie. That's how it goes. Oh, some P3 and an Ezekiel. It's the 3 P's in an Ezekiel. Got it. Very good. James has got some water. Always good. Peter's got some Kringle Flake 2020 and a Leo Bogart and Dr. Pepper. You know what? It's got 25, is it 28 flavors? 25 flavors, 28 flavors? I'm not sure how many flavors. Somebody correct me. Somebody always does. Let's see. Got some Peterson Flake and a K Woody with dark coffee. I need to get another K Woody because now that they're all back in fashion, Freebird's got some 21 Kringle Flake with some hot tea. You know, this is great weather for hot tea. This is the weather you want to be able to hold that mug and drink it. Delicious. Point's got some H-Edge Turkish Meerschaum with some, he's got an H-E-G Turkish Meerschaum with some Cornell and Deal Red Carolina Flake and some Captain Morgan. I mean, yeah, baby. Don't do me wrong now. Let's see. Daniel Reeves drinks some Miller Lite. Not smoking at the moment, but that doesn't mean what he does later. Glum Chum, it is good to see you, sir. Always is. Matthew's got some Peterson Flake and drinking a Corona. Woo! All right. I mean, excuse me. Whoa. Whoa there, big dog. Huh. Yes, sir. Troy's got a savvy DS614 with some number 400. What is SNF? I don't know what SNF is. New Minster. I know what New Minster is. I don't know why I'm getting a brain fart with SNF. Donald Graham is drinking a car bomb. Surprise. Smoking some Captain Black Cavendish and a Cobby. Woo! 12 degrees. Forget that mess. Forget that all day long. Glenn's got a fine cut. By the way, Glenn, they're Stonehaven. Don't think, Glenn, there isn't Stonehaven. Oh. Look how purty. That's it. I'm out. A 250K Woody. Nice. Appreciate it, Peter. Let's see. The BB mug
I'm
goes
getting
for
really sick of guys named
It's possible.
Todd.
I will be making very few acquisitions of anything in the very recent future. Especially if there's any more drops. The Bluefin Piper, Andrew Sorigliano, is in the house. Welcome aboard, sir. It's always good to see you. I'm glad for those that have gotten some esoterica drops. Yes, if you saw the latest video, we luckily enough had a really quick smattering over at the Tinderbox. The Crumb Cruncher screaming. You go take your time, Peter. You're good to go, sir. Appreciate you. So yeah, I mean, y'all, I think I might have seen the video. I've done, if you've been around in the YTPC, I don't know, a nominal amount of time, past couple years, you know, you might have seen that I do a lot of esoterica drop videos, and that was the medium that I had settled on early on to, you know, try to get the word out. And it absolutely did. There's a lot of people that had gotten some esoterica, and a schmelterling. And to me, I still kind of ran into the same issues. In fact, you know, one of the things I saw even on Facebook was somebody got some, and hopefully it wasn't a scalp situation. Somebody just hooked somebody up, and that's fine. I don't mind that. I think that's great, but it's definitely, I knew I was going to get some issues in terms of people who were still going to scalp. And after a lot of thought, and I've been thinking about this for a good hot minute, I decided that, I decided that, you know, not that I wanted to make it exclusive, but when it happens, and I don't know when it will happen, I feel like we were pretty lucky and blessed for the one that we got. So there might not be any more this year. There might not be any for a while. Who knows? But I know that the people that support this channel deserve supporting. And the people that, you know, show up all the time and engage. And because you know what, again, this is a YTPC kind of town square opportunity. We do everything. We do all kinds of just regular show Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And when we do this, it's to get people together. It's to do Zooms and let everybody out there that just wants to watch other people in the YTPC discuss whatever issues, whether it's pipe related, non-pipe related, what have you. And to bring people together, because I know for a simple fact that, you know, one of the biggest hindrances for us is socializing and getting together and being around each other. But not only that, that happens in real life too. And I think there's things that need to change. There's things that need to change. And that's the fact that, you know, even if you're not quite feeling like it, get your ass over here and come hang out and enjoy time. Sometimes they're good shows, sometimes they're bad shows, sometimes they're really bad shows, sometimes they're still pretty good shows. But I mean, we do that. We do entertainment on Friday. You know, it's you know, and everybody is so I am very humbled by all the giving, all the compliments, all the, you know, participation. Truly humbled by it. And, you know, the only thing there is to do at that point is just to take it up another level. And that's what we're doing. Next level. I copied Nashville Mafia on that. My wife did. She bought me the same board so I could do that. Because that, you know what? It's, you know. And I know doing it wrong. I mean, that's the Friday Night Playhouse of all things is the epicenter of talent. It is the gold standard of thespianism. Is that a word? I'm not sure if that's a word or not. But the reality is, you know, I want this to continue to be the town square. I want this to continue to be the sounding board, continue to be the trend-setting part where people are welcome to come learn, hang out, express themselves, you know, and the only rule is be good to each other. Love thy neighbor. Does that mean y'all can't get pissed off? Does that mean somebody doesn't get offended? Nope. You're going to get offended, and that's okay. As long as y'all both realize that at the end of the day, you got to come back. Got to come back. Bring it all back. Hug it out and be good to each other. If you don't hang out with this crew, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you. I mean, fact. But you know, the Jurors Piper, good to see you. But the reality is that all the people that come here to join in and hang out and to see us on Friday, to see McFly, to be all, I mean, we had an emotional day yesterday, and you know, sometimes I'll give you some extra information and behind the scenes where you get a little piece of my life, my family, and that's just part of, you know, enjoying all of you as friends and good company.
Do you know who I am?
I'm
kind of a big deal. People know me.
Excuse me, sir.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
And many leather-bound books. But that's the thing, is like we're here to congregate, to enjoy. I want you guys participating just as much as I'm out here. Like, you know, you guys educate me more than I educate you, I am sure. And not only that, but by God, you know, like, there's no shame. There's no screw ups. There's no such thing as a stupid pipe smoker. Or question. The reality is, man, we're just here having fun and hanging out. And rain or shine, sleet or snow, sick, not sick, whatever. Chad, agree. You know, it's always a welcoming thing to have so many people enjoy a hobby together. And we're not going to see eye to eye on everything. We're not supposed to. We're not going to laugh at the same things. We're not supposed to. We're not going to agree on the same things. We're not supposed to. But what we can do is we can get together. And God willing, have a good time. It's fun stuff, man. It's fun stuff. And we had a little Boris. Good to see you, sir. No, don't you cricket me, flipper, son of a...
Oh, no, it isn't. Oh, it can't be. Say the name, Boris.
Brilliant. So, yeah. So, you know, and we do a lot of fun things, like the points and like the fun gambling stuff and all the different stuff. And all that is to add to the overall experience of, to give you something that you don't always get somewhere else. And some of that is the personal relationship. And oh, that son of a just like these guys do. And if you're new, this is what we do. This is the interaction. It's so much fun. I can be in a serious talk and I hear that sucker, and man, I'm telling you, it's everything in me sometimes to not react, and sometimes I can't help myself. And that's the beauty of it. That's the fun. And man, we sure do enjoy it all. To detract from the lack of production value, I beg to differ. But the main thing is that everybody that comes and participates, everybody that comes and shows up is here for good reasons and for fun and for camaraderie and all those great things. And not everybody's a pipe smoker, and that's okay. You don't have to be to enjoy a freaking show once in a while. The other thing is that I've decided going forward that, again, those people that support me, support Derek, support McFly, support, each other, and that are in here, doing the good work all the time, deserve more. And I have not given more until now. And I am going to continuously try to find ways to give more. And in that case, anytime I receive an esoterica drop, it will get blasted out via text messages. And many of you have probably, if you received a text message from me today, show a hand. Show a hand if you received a text message about the drop. Ganjuana, that's the Friday show, sir. And you, Glenn, I'm going to give you more. I'm going to give you more each time. And the reality is that every person, raising their hand and things like that, and a couple didn't get text messages because you already scored. So I let that alone. Oh gosh, Boris, I hope that gets a lot better. And I know some of you out of the country, if I know that they ship to Canada or out of the country, then I'll absolutely shoot you a text. But I know some of them don't, and so that one's. I know, Glenn. I know, because I don't know specifically. Sometimes they don't ship out of internationally, so to speak. So if I know they do, then I'm absolutely hitting up all my friends across the pond, across the border. But yes, first thing is first is how do you get on that list? It's real simple. If you see the people in the credits, which by the way, I got to throw Andrew in there too, and probably a couple other people, then those are people that have always went above and beyond and participated in the show. And those people are DDT, I didn't text you either. I think that's because you're in Canada. I wasn't sure if they shipped to Canada. But the thing is that I love foreigners. By the way, I'm married to one, Glenn, for the love of Pete. And so how do you get on that list? The way you get on that list, and nobody was forgotten on purpose, I promise you that. It was very cumbersome texting so many people. One, participate, come and hang out, share the streams, share them to your social media, tell people about, this is a great hobby. We have a lot of fun. Share it to people, because I would imagine you want those people to also have fun. Everybody's welcome. Loyal viewers, what the
Be the ball.
Okay. Loyal viewers. So of course, the system tracks who all's here and stuff like that. That right there gets it to you. And you can just be a lurker. That's another thing. You can just be a lurker. Okay. If you've never texted the over a pipe number, your number, then text your name and your screen name to the number in the chat. It would be a hobby if I wasn't addicted. I mean, it can happen. Point. Yep. There are texts that go out to the people that are, again, it boils down to to loyalty to the craft, loyalty to each other, loyalty to me, and I'm making that reciprocal, officially making that reciprocal. So if you're promoting the show, if you're out there, and I'm seeing, I'm seeing the live pushed out there, or content from whichever, content from the other channel and stuff like that. Like, I mean, yeah, you don't have to be here all the time. This is another big point. This is a marathon, not a race. Do not think that, there's any immediacy. Immediacy, is that a word? I don't know if that's a word. There's nothing immediate about this. Like, if you're here participating, stuff like that, you're on the list. You just need to text me your name and number so I can, and your username so I know who you are so I can get back to you. And, you bloody actor. Tell everybody hi. Hey! Hi, Better Todd. Is it Better Todd? Little Todd? Whichever Todd. And, it's a marathon, not a race. And so, again, I don't know when these are coming. I don't know when they are, but you're going to be the first to know. That's a fact. And this isn't for everybody. And I get that. That's fine. Not for a pipe bumper. Just start slapping it everywhere, Cincy. But I mean, like when you're promoting, it's just like when you're, if you're chatting with a buddy or something like that, if you're on your social media, I mean, the easiest thing to do is just hit the share button and it just blasts out, and, there's a pecking order. There's some seniority. There's a lot of people that have seniority, and, and everything changes. People drop out. They drop out. That's fine. That's okay. I don't forget what they've done. They stay on the list. Once you're on the list, you stay on the list. Are you always going to be high up on the list? Maybe not. Are you always going to be the bottom of the list? Maybe not. Don't think of it that way, though, but the fact you're on you're not allowed to say that anymore, Glenn. You're not allowed to say that. My daughter told me. So ultimately it was to give back to all of you and just how grateful I am to it. And the other thing was too, is that I didn't want to do this in the beginning because, I kind of was still filling out this whole thing in general because I just wasn't sure. Because over time, when you develop these relationships, you learn a lot of things, and you start understanding things, and you know people. It's like the regulars. It's like Cheers, baby. Like you learn who the regulars are. And when you see the regulars, they're in and out every single week. Even if it's just a drop in to say, hey, they're just doing it all the time. You know what? That's just valuable to me. And I appreciate all of you. You had to move mountains. You want to come over here? I got some landscaping I could use some help with, Glenn. So that's the big thing. I have always wanted to do these to try to limit what scalpers do because I can get in there faster than most of them. But I couldn't find a complete way to eliminate them. But this to me is the best way to give back to those that have given me so much. And I thank all of you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. And I appreciate the hell out of you. Just really do. And I hope, hopefully we get some more drops. I'm going to keep texting them out. And, again, for my friends across the pond, I'll give it to you. One of the, John. Yeah, John. I didn't text John either. Did I text John? I think I texted John. No, I didn't text John. Damn it. There's another one. Anyways, make sure you text me name and number. John, I know I have yours somewhere. I have to apologize. I must be admonished. Because
how dare you?
Agreed, because I screwed up on that one. And I did. I tried to get it out to I know, but still, John, I appreciate the heck out of you, man. You're just so good, and I'm so thankful for you, and love the heck out of you and everybody here. Ohio Sweet Muffins. So again, everybody, you have that opportunity. So
All right, I will.
make sure you text us. Make sure if you care about everybody, you care about the show, promote the show. It's quick. Just share. Facebook. Boom. Done. That's it. You ain't got to say anything. You just stick it on Facebook. Stick it on Instagram. Stick it on wherever. Not to mention, I suck at social media. Ask Sue. Sue knows this through and through. So, it did go fast today, and I think that's partly because of the other thing. One of the other big, strong reasons is that I have gotten a lot of grief from retailers. So much so that I forget who mentioned it the other day, said that there's some that won't even, John, thank you. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. That some retailers are actually even wanting to kind of shut down the online portion of that retail due to bandwidth issues, due to the things crashing, things like that. And I get it. And I think, you know, having a trickle go through, fine. A smattering go through, you're one of the first ones in, then by God, you're going to get it. If you're one of the first ones in to have the opportunity on it, then by God, you've got it. And it's great. And then we can keep the retailers happy. We can keep not receiving enough video. Oh, we had a big glitch real quick for a second. It looks like. Is everybody else seeing buffering? Just so I know. Says it's receiving now, so I don't know if it just had a massive glitch or what. But yeah, they absolutely do. Cloud Bear, good to see you. They absolutely do want to keep it on the shelves, but they also want to generate that online now. Okay, now. Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah, there was a big spike all of a sudden. Who knows what that was from? Okay, I did buffer. I mean, I've been buffer, but not lately. I have not been buffer as in a while. I was talking too much. Damn it. I gotta get better at that delete button. I'm still not used to the freaking thing. It still throws me off. I think we had a denial of service thing jump in. That's probably what it was. Who knows? I don't know. But anyways, so you get it. So there's a whole strategy behind it, and I think it will work well. Esoterica spike protein, and I appreciate all of you. They bring in more funds. I mean, it is a double-edged sword. If you're in business, if you work at all in any form of business or anything like that, you know how those things work. And it causes a mass flood real fast in a lot of things. I mean, look what happened to Ticketmaster. You know, Ticketmaster, they got slammed. Couldn't deal with it. Probably because there were a bunch of bots buying the stuff up. Exclamation point beep needs to be a thing, probably. Then I think DDT, I think everybody would just shut me up at that point, and it would be, you know, and that's fine. You know, we ain't worried, we ain't scared, I wish I thought about making a YouTube channel called Bought and Paid For, but it would be BOT. I just didn't know what I would talk about on it, but I thought Bought and Paid For would be kind of funny. Glenn, it's free market, man. But then again, it's part of it too is, you know, overseas buyers. There's some overseas buyers that will pay real high prices, and they don't care. They're fine with it. And so, you know, this is to first and foremost support and show appreciation to my friends who are coming out and hanging out all the time. And this is to help support those retailers, to give them a little more time. Auto replaces tough crowd, and to help those retailers, you know, mitigate a little bit too, because we don't want them so frustrated like some of them already are with the drops, and therefore, you know, it's going to be a trickle effect. And then after everybody has received a text that I've gotten able to get through, I'll let some time pass, and then I'll throw up a live for any other passerbys that are curious, and then they can dip their toe in there and try and grab something for whatever's left. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. So there you go. Oh, I get you, Glenn. No, you're good. I don't care about the price debate. I'm fine with price debates. I get that too. There's two sides of it all day long. I get it. You know, I absolutely get it. But that's one of the things I'm trying to avoid with all y'all, is to be able to keep you guys from having to deal with those price debates or issues. You know. But you know what? That's enough of that. We're going to have a little fun. I want to tell y'all, I got some inspiration from y'all last night to do. I blame social media too. I got some inspiration last night and today to actually take part of last night's kind of message about McFly, and you know, that the wonderful news about how, I mean, just, you know, like just how good children are and everything else, and toilet paper, Sam, and how just it's just good as a parent to see things like that happen. And I made a little short that I'm going to post out either tomorrow or on Thanksgiving Day. I haven't decided. Maybe Thanksgiving Day, because I feel like it's a feel good thing. And I'm not the best at editing or any of those things, but I do feel like it was really good. Now this thing is quick, you know, because it is a short, so it's 60 seconds long. But I thought it was pretty great, and I got some inspiration from some of you to do that. I always appreciate y'all's feedback. It's always appreciated. Never feel not to give me feedback. I appreciate the heck out of it. And so I decided to make a little snippet of that, and wanted to share it with y'all and let y'all take a look at it and see what y'all thought. And tell me what you think. I'd appreciate your feedback on it. And yeah, just watch it. You know what to do. This is just the audio because I don't want to show the kids, and I'm going to give you a little backstory. In this video, it's at the boys' school, and McFly's coming.
How did I get away? Yeah, he did. Okay, good.
Is that your son?
It's her son.
Harry, yeah. He is the sweetest kid.
Oh, thank
he
you.
always tries to help me every single day. Every day.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yes, he's got a kind heart.
That person is the custodian at McFly's school. I didn't know this. You know, my wife told me this. He just offers to help every day, and he's never told us. He never told us that he does this stuff. You know, we had no idea. That's a big one for me. You know, that's a big one. My God, if you can't be proud of your kid when they do something like that, then there's nothing you can be proud of. And I'm thankful for it. I am blessed beyond anything I deserve. Yeah, so so that was just a snippet of what went on last night. So if you missed that, you missed it. But it was a good talk. It was a real good talk about the kiddos and about wonderful things and life and how hard stuff is and how hard things are, and just like we smash all kinds of stuff in terms of conversations on this channel. You know, it's again, this is a safe place. You know, this is a place for you know, to express yourself and don't worry about being judged. It's you know, Ganja's all right. Don't you worry. You're here all the time, man. So no worries. Everybody this isn't, you know, the attendance is not here to point out whether or not you've been here. You know, that stuff's just recorded so I can, you know, just be able to recognize people. Just that's for rewards, not penalties. There are no penalties. If you're done with this channel, you can be done. I'm not mad at you. Not in the least. Cloudberry. Look, I miss out on most everything too. So y'all don't worry about that. Yeah, I get it, Ganj. That's okay, but that doesn't mean we're not thinking of you. We're still thinking of you. And oh, Glenn, hard times. But yeah, the thing is that, you know, like I felt like that was a pretty powerful piece in terms of like, I'm not like, if I had Jose's talent, I'm sure it would be vastly better, but it's just to send a message out there, you know, and that message, but hug your kids, hug your damn kids, hug them. God, hug them whenever you can. Cause, you know, not weirdly, you know, don't be like, you know, every 5 seconds, but I mean, just, you know, hug and love them, you know, just hug and love them because by God, it's that time flies, you know, it's crazy. And so, you know, but those are things that we talk about. We talk about all of that stuff. Yeah, Everett. Yeah, that was that, you know, I was talking about in your live and we had brought that up, you know, yesterday and, you know, it hit me. My wife was out here. Y'all could probably hear her on the thing too. I mean, she's tearing up at it, you know, and I know our kids are doing these things many times over when we have no idea. And sometimes it's the things you don't see that you just gotta kind of have in the back of your mind. You know, it's not always bad. You know, the things that you don't see are not always a bad thing. Sometimes they're wonderful things. Don't be a creep. That's for sure. So, but yeah, I appreciate y'all humoring me on that. Let's also get into what we always get into. And let's see. Today is November the 22nd. We got just a few days left till good old Thanksgiving. Till gobble, gobble, gobble. Till turkey time. Turkey time. This dang cigar is falling apart on me. Tell you. You gotta lick it. Gotta lick it a little bit. Set it down. That's gross. Good Lord. Tough wrapper on there. But it is November the 22nd. And I'm very excited for Turkey Day. My doctor is not, because I'm going to get fat. I'm going to get huge. Point, I agree with you. 100%. And yeah, like, and the thing is that you know, kids are amazing, man. They're just so cool. On this, let's see. Hold on. What is the word? I think who was it? Phil got the word. Was it Phil or Chad? No, I think it was Chad. Chad got the word yesterday for the sentence. We also do a lot of points and we do giveaways too. If it's your first time, we do those usually on Friday. We haven't done a lot of giveaways in a while, but I mean, there's some people that have been talking about doing giveaways. And so we're working things out behind the scenes and I appreciate the hell out of those people. And you know, some of them want to be quiet about it. And I'm like, I don't want you to be quiet about it because this is us together having a ball, sharing. The word of the day is Meleagrin. Meleagrin? Meleagrin? I don't freaking know. Let me put it in the chat because I'm terrible with words. Meleagrin. Ganj, I'm sure in some countries that probably is true.
Hey, I cut off my head. I cut off my head. My head is off.
Easy hog.
My head is off. Oh.
Turkey going on the pellet grill. Yeah.
And as pretty as a picture.
As pretty. I haven't heard that in a while, AZ. Let's see. Where did it go? There it is. All right, found it. Nailed it. So yeah. So one, it's based off zoology. It's an adjective of a pertaining to the genus Meleagris, including turkeys. Something about turkeys. It has something to do with turkeys. So you can obviously use the word of the day in a sentence, and the best sentence of the night gets 110s on Friday, which is what people use to support me with all those wonderful sound bites, including opportunities to have me become slightly more inebriated than normal say that loosely. And, you know, and when we do giveaways, you utilize those as well. So, I mean, it's all in good fun. So I'm going to read that on the bigger screen. That Meleagrine tritophan combo has gotten Uncle Jerry again. I don't even know if I can make sense of it. I might. I don't know if I'm on the level for this word. I do AZ. See, and that was another reason for, you know, having people support and share, is because there are a lot of people still don't know, and that's okay. I get it. It's just you know, it's hard. That's why I said, you know, send it out to your social media and other people in the YTPC, because they just might not know. So no, put my stuffing up my turkey's Meleagrine. It's an adjective. I don't know. Is that? I think that's a noun. Who can beat you to 0? Oh no! Please no! Goodness gracious! Why is that thing doing that? It's not even supposed to be doing that. All right, I gotta shut down the gambling because I forgot the gambling wasn't supposed to be going. Sorry, it always happens to whoever runs it first. I didn't know. All right, no cheating, getting ahead. That gobbler fooled around too much and caught a bad case of Meleagrine. Is it Meleagrine? I like my Meleagrine cold with mayo on rye the next day. Okay. DDT, I like that one. No gambling. The gamble's on Friday. Friday's the gamble day. I can't keep up with everything. That's how it goes. I'm gonna keep my mug right here. Meleagrine, chapter 4:13. I'm not quite sure I'm familiar with that book. Right now I'm trying to figure out who is actually no gambling until Fridays. That's because I'm running things here and I can't keep up. By the way, we will announce the Maverick of the Week. And I'll tell you, there's been some shakeup in the Maverick of the Week, who also gets 100 tens as well. We do so much stuff. It's a very busy show, Freebird. Here we go. The daughter's in the clinic getting hooked off of the wild Meleagrine. Wow. No, it was Wow. Okay. Let's see. What is the Adopt a Pet? Again, it's Humane Society Anniversary Day, which is November 22nd. Oh, great. Everybody adopt. Little Bentley was an adopted. He was an adopted. I'm always supportive of being an adoptor. Oh, is this the official Lyft and Uber day? It's Go for a Ride Day. Did anybody ever just go for a ride? Here's what I want to know. What was the longest trip you ever did that you just got in the car and went? I think, I don't know if our kids, you know, or the younger generation will ever do this, but I know I did it. I'm very curious. What was your longest drive? You know, you could say how long it was, where it was, whatever it was. Adopt a rooster. But I would like to know. I found out today that I've adopted a mouse family. Yikes. Doing it wrong. Wow, Stellar. Just up in Kentucky to LA? Woo. 29 hours in a Ryder truck. That was moving from the south over to Cali, wasn't it there, Chad? Mercy. Is that a... DDT, I don't think that's the right book. I do like John's. So far, John's winning. Even if he didn't use it in context. Wow. Phil, that's a long trip. 14 hours from Kentucky to Oklahoma. to cut firewood for my wife's mom by myself. Wow, Point. Kudos to you, sir. Kudos to you, sir. "21 hours the next leg." Wow. So right now it's between Stellar and so far Stellar, Point, Chad. You guys take I thought just going and taking a 5-hour drive was something, but you know, okay. I mean, like, you know. And then Phil. My wife buttered my toast with I'm gonna try and read this. My wife buttered my toast with oleo melagreen this morning. Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can make stops. I made stops. I mean, I just went on a long drive, but I made stops. Oh, women get. I don't know if that's true, Phil. Who drives like that every day? 21 hours was the longest stretch without a sleep break. Yikes! Wow, Sam, that's ridiculous. That's hardcore. You know what? Well, so like again, like I just took a trip. So mine was like a 6-hour trip. It was like I wanted to go to Savannah and just see the sunrise. That was the only reason I went, and then turn around and went back. So I mean, it was about 12 hours round trip, roughly, because of Atlanta, which is fine. That's what happens. Sounds like a spread that Aussies would love. My cat ate my mellow and started chirping like it was catnip. What? Does anybody want me to read the definition again? It has to do with turkeys. Oh, field my cigars and drive through food. Yeah. Oh yeah, I bet. I think one of the longest trips that I drove was with a baby boy who McFly, I think, was just over 1 year old. And I was the only one working. You know, my wife wasn't working. She was going to school. So she wasn't going to school at the time. We had moved. So she wasn't working shortly after she went to school. And we drove from Georgia to Round Rock, Texas. And I drove almost all the way there, except for 2 hours. And that was a long drive. That was not easy. Melagreen is the center ingredient of the turducken. Okay. I can go with that. Melagreen is a genus of turkey. Got it. What is a genus of turkey? Is that just like does that mean it's a type of turkey, or it's like a branch of turkey? I don't know if that simulates what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Boris. See, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like something you do with friends. Just a stupid drive. Yep. Doing wrong. We were just talking about like what your longest drive was, where you just got up and you wanted to drive. Let's see. I take Melagreen each night for. That's not what that is. Thank you, sir. Google makes good or smart me. Oh. Ever said, Sue Jones, we left Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, where I live, to go to Spirit Lake, North Dakota for ceremony. My dad programmed his GPS wrong. The trip was over 24 hours. This song is perfect for you. Turkeys are not very smart, Martin. No genius there. Thank you. Ooh, drove 9 hours to Terrace on a Friday to fish for bluefin. I bet you did, sir. Very believable fish story. It's so cold in here that my mouth is having problems. Saturday and come back that Saturday night. Rough drive back, I bet. Smelly too sometimes. It's science. Follow it. Follow the science. Let's see. It's when the front of your jeans folds in an awkward way. Okay. Oh, drove with friends from college from Ohio to Gulfport, Mississippi. There you go. That's a long drive. Old-fashioned maps will work. They do work. They absolutely do. Also, it's a Humane Society Anniversary Day. We said that. National Cranberry Relish Day. What's the relish part? Like, I know what pickle relish is. I know what, like, relish... Like, is there an actual, like, cranberry relish? Did I miss the boat on this? And I don't know about this? Has anybody had cranberry relish? National Stop the Violence Day. I agree. And Start Your Own Country Day. Has anybody ever thought about starting their own country? Was anybody young once and thought, you know what? Damn it, I need my own country. I feel like that's kind of what we did today, by the way, with our covenants and bylaws. I can't talk today. I'm apparently a what is it called? It's not melatonin. A melagreen genius. So apparently I'm a melagreen genius. Stuff a turkey with ambergris? I'm not just serious. Oh boy. Cranberry relish has orange rind, walnuts. Oh, so that's what my mom makes. I didn't know it was called relish. We just called it cranberry sauce. Okay, I'm gonna say that this Thanksgiving, Sue. And she does use walnuts because I recall crushing them up with the glass jar. Man, Sue, you took me back there. I can't wait for this Thanksgiving. I didn't know it was called relish. There's a guy in America who has a country. What? I'm not so sure. I drove to Australia to sample some of their melagreen. No. Oh my goodness. I tell you, like, you know, this is the beginning when things start going off the rails. Yeah, a chutney? Kinda, I guess. When I think chutney, I always think like a mint chutney, like with for Indian food, which I love. I love the mint chutney. But I cranberry relish it is. Ambergris was a rock band. I have their vinyl. No joke, John. Seriously? I'm gonna look this up because now I know what it sounds like, or want to know what it sounds like. Amber. As most of you know, I learned vastly more from all of you than this is almost more for me than it is for you, but I appreciate all the feedback. I feel like there's nothing we can't solve. I got one good one. I sure did. Trying to see who that is. Oh, no. Really? All right, that's going to stink. So say hey real quick.
Hey, guys.
Silly boy. I love you.
I just wanted to come tell you good night.
Good night, baby. I love you.
Love you.
Tell everybody good night.
Good night, y'all. I'll see you Friday.
Good night, baby. Love you.
I have an awesome surprise for y'all.
Oh, an awesome surprise. He does have an awesome surprise. And he alluded to it last week, if you recall. I recall.
It has something.
I know. Shh. No, don't tell them. Don't tell them. Love you.
I just said it has something.
Love you.
Make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications.
They got it, sir.
Make sure.
Oh, somebody even said it, baby shark. Sweet boy. Good Lord of mercy. Kid raised in a barn doors. Raised in a barn door. Raised in a barn. Slamming the door. Sue, you are 100% correct, and happy Thanksgiving to you and yours and everybody else. So yeah, funny kid. He completely threw me off. Ambergris. I'm gonna look that up. I remember I wrote it down. Where I don't know where he gets some of these pajamas at. They crack me up. Oh no! You want to see my face? Should I wait till Friday? Should I wait till Friday to like do it in front of like Derek as well? I mean, I can leave my note right here. Google. I've got my notes right there to Google it. Ron Harkrider drove 22 hours of about a 24-hour drive to El Paso, Texas with 3 adults and a baby in a Chrysler K car to visit your brother-in-law and his family while he was in the army. Jackrabbits the size of bird dogs, of big dogs. Jackie loves it. Ron, I think that's a pretty good one. That is a pretty daggum good one. I have an island nation called the Philippines. Phil, are you like the Irish guy from the movie Braveheart? It's my island. The good Lord can tell me that he can get me out of this mess. But I'm pretty sure you're f***ed. Name that movie. Let's see. International Restorative Justice Week. Very good. National Bible Week for all you Bible belters. National Family Week as well. Very good. Oh, Patrick. Hello, sir. Good to see you, my friend. Now it's a party. Let's see. See if there's any. Billie Jean King, American tennis player and sportscaster, born 1943. John Nance Garner, American lawyer and politician who became the 32nd Vice President of the United States, was born in 1868. Man, this goes all the way back. All the way back to Mary Guise, the Queen of Scots, born in 1515. Nice. Robert Vaughn was born in 1932, passed away in 2016. American actor and director, the man from Uncle. There you go. There you go, indeed. Doing it wrong? Are you heading out? If you are, it was good to see you, sir. And if you're hanging out, it's great to see you stay. Used to have a country named Troy, but I traded it for a wooden horse. Ha 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 ha, Troy. Let's see.
Wear that shit out.
Oh, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. My goodness. Oh. My K car used to have the clutch cable detached from the pedal whenever attempting to merge onto an Yikes. I don't know about that one. Ron, as long as that air conditioner's working. There's hope. Let's see. Famous passing. C.S. Lewis passed on this day in 1963. John F. Kennedy, 1963. If you've never seen that or read that Stephen King book, forget what it was called. Was it 63? 11 something, 63 or 12, whatever it was, 63 by Stephen King. It was really cool. Having to do with JFK. Very fascinating read. Blackbeard. Speaking of Captain Morgan, Blackbeard died on this day in 1718, which is fascinating. Let's see. Did we have any famous? Bob Dylan marries American model and actress Sarah Loudness in 1965. Okay. Recipe should be get some turkey. Turkey. 2005, Angela Merkel becomes the first female chancellor of Germany. There you go. Big milestone. Oh, it was a TV series, was it now? You were talking about a book club. New Year would be a good... You know, I love the idea of the book club. I suck at finding time to read. I'm just as good at responding to people as I am to remember to read something, which is awful. It's just one of my flaws. And his body swam around the ship 7 times. Yeah, I believe it. Let's see. 1995, Toy Story was released by Pixar. That's a funny thing. 1988, the first prototype B-2 Spirit stealth bomber is revealed in Palmdale, California. Fascinating. Oh, I remember the Concorde. I wish the Concorde was still here. 1977, British Airways begins the Concorde service from London to New York City. That would have been an amazing plane to ride. Amazing. Edward Teach. Fascinating. Blackbeard, aka John Teach, was hanged on, really, in North Carolina. Huh. I didn't know that was his real name. I mean, I'm assuming it was. I mean, obviously it was a nickname. I don't think it was his. You know, I don't think it was his. I don't think it was his Christian name or his born name or whatever the heck it's called. Let's see. Yep, 1963. President Kennedy was assassinated. Very fascinating. Very fascinating. Oh, okay, here it is. 1718. Royal Navy Lieutenant Robert Maynard attacks and boards the ships of the British pirate Edward Teach, aka Blackbeard, off the coast of North Carolina. Boom. Get it, John. John and Point and everybody else is much more learned than I am. Blackbeard put gunpowder in his beard and light it on fire when he would go into battle. Whew. Man, you don't want to do that when you're like trying to rope across. I can tell you that. That seems like a little iffy. Have I heard that the sequel to Aviator is to be released in on the 3rd next month? I have not. I'm gonna look forward to that. Who else? I don't know. I don't know what other pirates. Let's see, on this day in music. In 1968, the White Album, a double album, is released by the Beatles, because we were just being the Beatles. Let's see. 1975, That's the Way. I Like It by Casey and the Sunshine Band hits #1 in the U.S. Very nice. On this day in sports, we got the World Cups going on, baby. England beats Australia in the 2003 Rugby World Cup final. 2003. Who was played today? Australia and who? Australia played today. And I didn't have a lot of time to watch it. Again, more NASCAR. Dale Earnhardt wins the 37th NASCAR Sprint Cup. Got it. Oh, here we go. For all you hockey fans, here comes the GOAT. 1986, Wayne Gretzky of Edmonton Oilers becomes the 13th NHLer to score 500 goals. I'm not big into hockey, but if you're big into hockey, could you let me know? Or do they still consider Wayne Gretzky the GOAT? Yeah, I got it, Glenn. But you know, it's not single elimination, right? Or am I wrong? Or is that another thing? Argentina lost. Still considered the GOAT, Patrick. Okay. Yeah, I don't keep up with hockey very much. Okay, Matthew confirms. All right. Yeah, because I don't keep up with hockey, so I wasn't really sure if he was still considered that. I was very surprised when U.S. ended up getting tied up. Really? What would you, like, how would you compare that gap between what Wayne Gretzky did versus, like, you know, some of the best players in hockey since? Like, what's that? Do you have an equivalent gap, you know? Like, is he like Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali? Like, you know, is he, you know, Is he that, Tiger Woods, big like, I mean, like what, like, Tom Brady, like, I'm just curious, like, is it that level? Is it beyond those levels? Is it, around those levels? Don't cry for Messi. It's a point thing. Okay, got it. Yeah, playing to get in the knockout rounds. Yeah, no, it's World Cup's brutal. I mean, kudos for US for getting back in it. I always just consider that a win. Like whenever the US makes a World Cup, I'm always like, wow, okay. He shoots, he scores. Yes, I recall. So yeah, that is a absolute classic. He's on those levels. Okay. All right. Wow. Hockey in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Oh, wow, Chad. Okay. Yep. Big in points. Wow. That's monstrous. Okay. I'm all for it. I'm absolutely all for it. Hey, how about anybody up for a Zoom? A little chit chat? It's a good day, everybody. It's a good day. Is anybody up for a chat? A little chitty chat? A little zoom. A little zoomy zoom. I can't really say it in a cool way. I don't have a cool way to. I don't have a cool way to do that one. I missed the boat on that. Come on, sir. We're gonna do it. There we go. I will put it in. I shall put it in the chat. This is that part where we all get to hang out, have a little chit chat. I forgot I could do it this way. Sometimes I don't remember the things I can even do. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. I'm glad that one big spike ended. I'm hoping it doesn't happen again. Let's see. I think that there we go. And these are open to all, but again, I always like to remind everybody, to make sure that, you're conscious that sometimes you're going to get feedback. So make sure to, throw yourself on mute. If I mute you, it's not because I don't want to hear you. It's because I might be getting some feedback. And so I'm just going to mute it, but just, unclick it to talk whenever you're ready. So, I mean, it's pretty simple. Pretty simple, pretty easy going. There he is. There he is.
What's happening?
He's true blue. I'm not lying. It makes me want to get drunk every time I see you.
And not have that influence on you.
Not in a negative way. I just love that little chant that I learned so long ago in college. And
which was?
It goes very simply. If we were talking about you and we were drinking, and it's Glenn and he's true blue. He's a piss pot through and through. He's an asshole, so they say. Tried to go to heaven, but he went the other way, going down.
We have another saying. I don't think it's fit for social discourse, though.
I'm sorry. Say that again. What I missed?
So we have another saying about drinking, but it's probably not fit for social discourse.
I'll leave that up to you. You look.
I'll leave it alone.
You ain't offending me, but one of our exchange students who was from Australia told us that one. That was him and his buddy's little drinking song.
Ah, okay.
And we always wondered if he was just screwing with us or if it was actually authentic. And at some point, we just stopped caring. We said we got it from our Aussie friend, and we said that's fine with us.
Big Country Briar, the ash hat is downstairs.
The ash hat?
He wants to see my ash hat.
Oh I don't know if that is a.
I didn't think you'd want to hear about ash hats anymore.
I know. I'm blaming Mike for that.
I'm trying
all his fault.
I think my wife would really wonder what we're talking about if I just said, "What about your ash hat?"
Well, I can go get it if you want.
No, I'm just saying my wife hearing that phrase would be very curious at the conversation.
Glenn has a nice backpack.
Maybe we should clear things up for her then, Martin.
Oh, feel free whenever. She's all good. I am putting this freaking garbage cigar out though because it fell apart like a flan in a cupboard.
Oh, what, it explode?
No, it just unwrapped. It should have been fine, but like it just like the whole end of it down here was just it was completely unwrapping. Terrible. Wrapper on that sucker was terrible. But that's okay because I've got a nub dub triple Maduro or double Maduro, so I'm going with that.
Oh, you're doubling down.
Look, you can't do it in the reverse because then I wouldn't taste the Cameroon. It'd be all over at that point. If I went with this one first, it's like, well, okay, now it's just air.
So while we're talking about cigars, on Facebook over here, there's a Australian pipe smokers page.
Yeah,
and there's a very nice lady who she's no newbie to pipe smoking, but she decided to pop her cigar cherry with a Cohiba.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it gets better. Do you know how she popped her cherry? Was the thing.
Look,
she cut off about, I don't know, an inch and a half of the cigar and shoved it in a pipe.
Wow. I mean, look, to each their own. And you know what? I ain't one to tell her she's wrong, but you know.
Oh, it blew my mind. I'm like, damn, woman.
I mean, look. She's gonna do it one way or the other. She found a way.
I mean, Cohibas they're not hard to get here, but I mean they're damn expensive still.
Right.
And you want to do that?
Patrick, what user error did I do? Did I screw something up? Did I mess something up? I don't know. Somebody saying I got a user error.
No.
Oh, okay. Gibson's whiskey
talking about the young lady I was talking about.
Oh. Well, I mean, in my case, everything's user error. Even Adele's user error. Sometimes I feel that's just, that's just life. How are things going over there, Glenn?
Hot, humid, sticky.
So this is
your opposite to what's happening there.
Yeah, this is your summer.
You got it.
Yeah, got it.
We're the exact opposite of you guys.
I at some point I want to take my son like during winter here to some place like Australia or something just so he can be like, just for his head to explode.
So you get off the plane and you go from, say, 30 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit here in 16 hours.
He would think we went to another planet.
That would totally mess with him.
Oh God, yeah. And I would love it.
The whole idea of a white Christmas to me is completely and utterly alien. Because Christmas here means barbecues, beers, and shrimp on the barbie.
I mean, I'm not opposed.
Snow, hoodie, beanies, and hot heavy meals.
Do y'all get much snow later in the year in the wintertime?
Yeah, there's a small alpine area down in the south of the country.
Got it. Okay.
It will. We've got our version of the Rockies is called the Great Dividing Range. It goes from way up north in the north of the country called Cairns, all the way down to Victoria, and it's basically a spine that runs the east coast of Australia.
Yeah.
Down in between New South Wales and Victoria, there's the alpine area there. We got a mountain up there. I think the largest mountain in Australia is Mount Kosciuszko.
Okay.
And that's where all the snow is. So, but we don't get. I mean, they can get a snow dump there, but west of here, about 3 hours, it will sleet, but it's never snowed in Brisbane.
Wow, Chad, that's a dark statement. He said Glenn's white Christmas is due to wildfire ash. Good Lord. Wow.
Yeah, that's an ash Christmas, that is, and that we've had that too.
Apparently, I got Bill Clinton's jollies off when I was lighting my cigar. Well, hey, how are you doing? That's how it goes. How's everybody else in chat doing? Everett, Glenn, Phil,
I'm doing all right.
Andrew.
I'm still above God.
Always. Did you like that little clip of McFly?
Yeah. He's a good boy.
Man, I tell you. And I know
He's a good boy.
I know all of our kids are that way too. I know it deep down. We just don't get to freaking see it all the time. It would be nice to see it. Or
well,
hear
I think the more gratifying thing is that he's done something without your urging.
Yeah. Well,
and you know you're doing something right when your kid does that.
And then didn't even tell us.
Yeah.
Like he did it without us encouraging him to. And then he also didn't tell us to try to generate praise. And it's like,
well, that's a proud daddy moment.
I'm like, God dang, dude. And and I know our kids do this all the time. I know they do it. I know it deep down. I don't care what anybody says. Because we always know they do some of the saucy stuff we know their asses aren't supposed to do. Whoops, I made that that they're not supposed to do. They
wouldn't be normal kids if they didn't.
But at the same time, I remember growing up and doing good things that my parents never knew about. And everybody has those. We can all look back and we know we both got into garbage trouble, but we also know we helped people out when we saw people needed it. So I know it's there. I know it's all there. And but it is nice to see. And I hope everybody just remembers that all their kids are doing it at some point.
Nice free bird.
What are they doing? Are they goofing off in chat? They probably are. They're probably talking about my hair.
Was saying he loved Brisbane. He was there during the summer, but he got an awful cold when he came here.
So if somebody goes to Australia, what are the must sees? Obviously Sydney. That's always been the big. That's probably a big tourist
It all
place.
depends on what you're into.
Right.
See, we're as diverse a country as what you guys are.
Right.
So if you want to go see, your version of Miami, then you come here to Queensland, and an hour south of Queensland is the Gold Coast, which is our little version of Miami.
Got it.
If you want our version of the Caribbean, then you go up north to the Whitsunday Islands. If you want your version of the Smoky Mountains, well, then you go out to the Blue Mountains west of Sydney.
Holy crap! You're like your own little globe.
Pretty much.
You're literally like your own little globe.
But if you want to go see something like the Mojave, then you go out to the Great Sandy Desert, there is nothing there but sand. So
it sounds like Montana, but desert.
No. Montana's flat.
Oh, so this isn't flat.
Isn't.
Oh, okay. Got it.
What color?
Got it. So it's the Rockies.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want somewhere green and cool and like that, then you go down to Tasmania.
Yeah.
If you want to get into the wine area, then you go to the Barossa Valley.
Okay.
So, which is down in South Australia.
I imagine if you go for a week, you got to pick one or two things because it's going to take up the vast majority of your time, isn't it?
You'd need minimum 2 weeks out here.
Yeah.
To see anything decent.
You need to be there for 2 weeks straight.
Right.
You know what? I found it's a lot easier jet lag wise to come here than it is to go to the States.
Right. Well, you could just come for a day or two, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you could do that.
Day trip. Isn't that
I think it was like
the whole
52
trip?
hours, Andrew, is what I was there for.
I think the day trip is the whole trip.
Yeah, 9 of those hours were spent at Vancouver Airport.
Chad wants to know what's the Australian Chicago. I think that's a bit of a loaded question.
As in murder capital?
Oh, well, sometimes I just read things and I don't proofread.
Or as in woke, messed up.
Oh my God. This is what happens. This is what happens to me with jokes too. I get caught into the joke and I'm already through it. And then I realize what I've done.
Well, I'd say my answer to Chad's question is it's a mixture of Sydney or Melbourne.
Interesting. Sydney, Sydney's coast, right?
They're all coast.
They're all coast.
All the cities are coastal.
All of them are okay, got it. What's the little island that's off of? Well, I guess there's probably a lot of them, but I'm trying to think if there was
New Zealand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like that.
Wow, way to piss off the Kiwis, Phil.
I don't know.
The little island you're probably thinking of is Tasmania.
Okay. Those are some mean looking little boogers.
Oh, Tasmanian devils?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll need them for picking up roadkill. They're like nature's garbage trucks.
I mean, that's a perfect scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, it almost makes me think of like, it's like the Australian version of the Wolverine almost.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Both of them will just, because a Wolverine will just, if he gets caught in a trap, will just gnaw his arm off and go about his day.
Oh, Tasmanian devils aren't that nuts.
Oh, yeah. Wolverine seem a little, they seem, they're a little out there.
The only real land predator we have is a dingo.
Got it.
Unless you include, crocodiles, but yeah.
As the baby ate my dingo.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So are kangaroos getting to be like deer here, or they're just like overpopulated everywhere?
Kangaroos, you mean?
No, he's referring to the whole scenario that started the end of the Pipe Maker's Guild. Earl, the red deer.
Deer? Oh, but we have deer here, but they're not native.
No, I'm just saying here in the U.S., I don't know if you can hear me. I'm using my cell phone tonight. In the U.S., the deer are overpopulated everywhere, right? So they're, I'm just wondering if kangaroos are like that now.
Oh, kangaroos they've been in plague populations now for a while. There's actually an annual cull, which really, really makes the greenies happy. But,
wow.
The government actually hires sharpshooters. One shot, one kill. There's certain criteria. So you'll have a farmer or an area of agriculture is mainly where they concentrate on. If they get an area that's being absolutely devastated by plagues of kangaroos, then they will take them out. But they try to do it in such a way as they pick on the older ones, or the ones that are injured, or the sicky looking ones. You still need a healthy population of kangaroos.
Gon says he's going to release about 30 kangaroos in the sand hills of Nebraska.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Also, they save the hides like you would beaver pelts or anything else. Australia, cats, feral cats.
We've got a big population of feral cats.
Yeah.
There's open season on cats all the time.
Oh, okay.
And wild dogs.
Yeah.
Feral dogs.
Yeah, well, I think we have the same thing here, don't we, Andrew, with coyotes and feral pigs.
Yeah, feral pigs you can go for all year round here.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is get the permission of the landholder to go shooting.
Yep, same here.
What I was thinking of was Jeremiah, the deer, because they're feral.
You sure you don't mean the bullfrog?
Red deer.
Jeremiah.
They're invasive species.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
They're big too. I tell you what, they taste nice though. Ooh.
I would move to Australia just for the deer hunting.
That'd be the only thing you'd move before.
I'm curious what the deer eat there. Like what would be, because like here it's like acorns and clover and it's like
just grass, general green pick. They've been here now over 100 years, so they've kind of adjusted to their environment.
How big are they? Do they get sizable, or are they fairly small, or?
Bigger than your white tip, but not as big as an elk.
Okay. Wow.
They're big.
Wow.
They're big.
So it's almost like almost mule deer size.
They're like the Europeans. The shit from EU. They're about their size of red deer.
Oh,
I know.
Okay.
I've seen antlers that come off a buck, and at the skull, easily about 3 inches round. They get a heck of a rack on them.
So he wants to know if kangaroos make good pets.
Negative.
Okay.
I wonder how long it would take a redneck to get a pair of boxing gloves if you turn them loose in America.
Like
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see
I
it.
tell you what, kangaroos do make good back scratches. You go to the souvenir shops and you get the kangaroo paw back scratches, and they leave the paws on. Oh,
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
All we get
it's
is a lucky rabbit's foot, which I don't know if it's lucky for us or for the rabbit.
well, you can get a kangaroo nutsack here.
No, wow. We call those dice bags in the nerd world over here.
We call them nutsacks here.
Wow.
With fur on and tan.
Doing it wrong, we don't get
Learn
sued
something
one
new every
because it's
day.
probably illegal.
They're a cash crop.
Hey, there you go,
Kangaroo
Greg.
hide's the best leather in the world.
You
Toughest leather in the world.
can send a nutsack to Everett to hold his tobacco in.
I think
I'm curious what use you would have for a kangaroo's ball sack. I mean, is it
Well,
just
they're good. They're a good little coin sack, coin holder.
little coin purse. I mean, it could be a good tobacco pouch.
You ever seen how? You ever seen how big a red kangaroo gets?
Nope.
I have no
They get
idea.
about 8. They get about 8 foot tall. They got a pair of hangers on them, man.
Holy crap.
Holy shit.
There's the boxing gloves. That's why the red boxing gloves, because they can wear them.
Hey, Mark,
Get on
that's,
you.
It's terrifying.
that's just what I was thinking. Make it a good tobacco pouch.
Yeah, get on YouTube and search out Roger the Red Kangaroo.
Or like a world record size medicine bag.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I used to have biceps on him like this. He's huge.
Nope. Nope.
There's a video getting around of this red kangaroo crushing a metal garbage can.
Troy says something about it being an aphrodisiac in Japan. I cannot deny or confirm.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah.
Everything in Asia is an aphrodisiac.
That's why I like watching Andrew Zimmer from what is it, Bizarre Foods. Every time he goes over and gets his manhood concoction, as I call it.
Yeah. Dude, nothing for his hairline though.
For some reason, he always ends up leaving not nearly as manhoodish as he was when he started.
I know. I think the proof of the pudding is you got to ask his wife.
That one got a rise out of Phil on over there. He about choked on his beer, or about went all over his phone. So, what do you smoke over there during the hot times? Like, because normally I'm
Virginia.
just Virginias. Yeah, you just go Virginia.
Yeah.
But I mean, you smoke those during the
I don't do
wintertime
anything
too, though.
I don't do anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, there are guys over here that smoke Latticare in the winter and blah 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 and all that sort of stuff. But I smoke what I want when I want.
I heard you were ordering a ton of that Bankside, Glenn.
You know, Greg Peace tried to convince me to try it.
And Glenn just flicked it back at him with one finger.
I'm like, yeah, nah. Nope. Well, who was it the other day was smoking? I think it might have been Chad.
He handed you a tin. He opened and handed you.
Oh, that was Benson and Hedges stuff.
Benson Hedges red label, yeah.
Yeah, I was like 40, 50 years old, and he was talking up that stuff big time. I took a sniff of it and smelt the Latticare and went, yeah, nah, I handed it back to him.
Then he told his Bankside, he said, I can't tell you what's in it, but he said, you won't like it.
Glenn, did you
That
smoke
was a
anything
good
today?
discussion.
Just Virginias?
Yeah, just Virginia's vapors. Although I
Nice,
am mixing
Sue
it
Jones.
up with Virginia Burleys a lot these days. So,
Okay. Very good.
and to shock the hell out of Everett, I've taken quite a liking to C&D's Crooner with a deer
Ooh.
tongue in it.
Okay.
Isn't that
Yeah,
good?
Night Piper gave me some, and I tried it out. It was really good.
Everett, what are you smoking on over there?
Haunted Bookshop.
Sometimes I don't know why I ask.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well be wearing the shirt.
I'm waiting for the time that I don't ask, and then he's like, "If you would ask me, I would have told you I'm smoking Crooner, or something random." Phil's got the roll your owns.
I've been smoking Black Frigate for the last few days.
Oh, there we go. That's true. No, I recall you saying that.
I saw your review, Everett. It's good.
It's a really good blend. Oh, thanks, Andrew, for that. It's a really good blend, guys. I highly recommend it.
Thoughts on
My thoughts on?
Yeah, your thoughts on the tobacco blend. You didn't give a quote unquote review in the title.
Oh yeah, that was my thoughts.
I mean, isn't that what a review is?
Yeah.
Just thoughts on. I know what Phil's saying though. It's like when people like it's that stereotypical trope that you put in the title so everybody knows to hit the clickbait. Here's my official best tobacco ever. I'm just gonna have a litany of those. I'm just gonna start doing that, and I'm just gonna do Captain Black Grape.
It's more like, oh shit,
everywhere.
ever smoking something different. Something's not right here.
That's what the title should have been. Change the title. That's what it is.
There was a consensus for 2 tobaccos. One was that erotica mixture, and the other one was Captain Black Grape. Hands
I
down.
tell you, the exotic passion's
While
getting.
you threw it, it came back to whoever gave it.
I'm like, it's okay. It's not great, but it's not getting a bad rap. It's not as bad as everybody's like.
What are you talking about?
The exotic passion, the orange from Matra.
Oh God.
Andrew, you're gonna have to die on that hill, pal.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's like once you try it, you can't think about it.
Way to be
Andrew,
open-minded,
I tried
Andrew.
Exotic Passion.
Yes.
I tried Exotic Passion. I liked it.
There we go.
It'll roast the hell out of anything you put in it, including a cob, but it's not terrible.
There you
Andrew's working on that sponsor.
Yeah.
Andrew, what
Phil,
are you
I wanted
smoking?
to show you. I'm fixing up that cutty I was working on before, and I finally got the lines a little better.
Oh,
So
nice.
I got,
Nice.
yeah. It's almost ready.
Sanding away. Getting that elbow grease in there. Are you
Sweep the heel.
What stick are you smoking over there, Andrew?
This is actually a Tatuaje Cajono 2009. And a shout out, I went to a B&M, Martin, and I told the guy I was a pipe smoker. He said, hold on, went in the back, grabbed like a pound of tobacco that he gave to me and said, I can't sell this stuff, because everybody's buying cigars now. So, but the guy didn't know me, this super nice guy, and he recommended this cigar.
Troy,
and
you
he
out?
actually passed
You're out.
away
Have a
from
good night.
cancer this
Canadian
year.
Patrick, good to see you, sir.
So it's kind of one of the sticks I have left that he recommended for me in his memory.
Nice.
Nice.
I love that. That's a big tribute. Let's see. Point, what are you smoking over there? I saw a pipe.
I'm smoking C&D red small batch, red Virginia.
Oh, here we go. Are you into the small batches? We got some people that are definitely into the small batches.
No, I got lucky. An old man that I worked for, I was his estate manager.
Okay.
And he was real big into pipes, and I was real big into cigars. And he's like, "Hey, man, why don't you try this?" I was like, "What kind of cigars are you into?" I like a buttery Connecticut or a real strong Maduro every now and then. And he's like, "Well, try this out." I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "Just try it and see what you think."
Nice.
He didn't bother to tell me not to inhale.
No. Well,
I smoked about a half a bowl of 2017 Carolina Red Flakes, and I was so dizzy I couldn't stand up. And I was like, "Man, did you give me the funny stuff or the regular stuff?" Like, man, this is different. He's like, "No, it's really good red Virginias," and he showed me that and some McCraney's red Virginia, and I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
He used to make fun of me because I preferred the taste of a corncob pipe over any kind of. Sorry, I can turn my video back on. My wife left.
Oh, there you go. You're good.
Yeah, I preferred a cob over any kind of briar that I had tried.
Right.
And it just tasted really good to me. So every time you see me come in with a cob, he's like, "Well, what's up there, buddy?" I was like, "Well, what do you think?" And,
wow.
I talked him into selling me a decent 10 of the 18 small batch, and it was really good. And
nice.
This year I got lucky. I found some of the 22 small batch, so I bought like 10 cans of it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you find something you like, you gotta stock quick.
The 18 was good.
I don't know how I feel about this. Winter.
Try this, you'll like it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm afraid of trying stuff that I like because then you ain't gonna be able to get it no more. But,
Sometimes.
I drove the bowling.
That's
green
always
today.
going to be the case.
Yeah.
I got one for you, Glenn.
Yeah.
You know the good old brown dog turd?
Oh, there you go.
That looks like the chewing tobacco I tried when I was a kid.
I want to see them package that in an embalming jar.
Oh my God! Wow.
Charlie gave me a healthy twist of that Black Irish X. I haven't been game enough to fire it up yet.
Is it the black double X?
No, it's a Black Irish Twix. Yeah, Black Irish Twist.
Yeah.
Or no, Black Irish X. You call
Good
it.
stuff. That's it. That stuff's strong.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it
go ahead.
looks petrified.
I remember who was it? Always call him the mayor, but Derek Tant was
Derek Tant.
that was one of his absolute favorites. Like he loved it.
I'm going to give it a go. I've got to be in the right frame of mind to try it first.
It's a pain in the butt, Glenn. I mean, I love the way it smells, but it's just such a pain to smoke. No matter how you try to prepare it, it just.
I have no luck with any of those the small coin type tobaccos.
Mm-hmm.
I can never ever pack it right. It just, you spend all your time lighting the damn thing, and then it goes sour and bitter, and you get a great big nicotine wallop.
Black Irish X and the Black Irish I like better, but they do pack a wallop, and they are a pain in the ass to get going.
I mean, I love the way it smells. It smells like barbecue steak. It's unreal.
Yeah. Chad's baiting you right now too, Glenn.
What's
do
this?
Do it now.
Selling blend in the UK is Bosun's Cut Plug or Bosun's Plug.
That's good.
Bosun Cut Plug's nice.
Has anybody heard of the guy with Hogarth curly tails?
That's an old one, isn't it?
Cloud Bears are throwing
I've
that one
seen
in
it.
there.
Never
Curly.
I've never heard of it.
Both work together.
I got some buddy of mine, Glenn, gave me a pouch of McQuaid.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Cloud Bear says you got to stack the coin and slice and cube the rope.
Slice it. I don't mind the whole preparation thing because I like smoking plug tobaccos.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Cutting it up and all that kind of stuff is not a problem, but it's just when I actually get it in a pipe, it just goes to crap.
Right.
I'm still trying to figure out this nicotine wallop you guys keep talking about.
Yeah, Everett
found that
Everett's like, I
when you
eat
get one of
nicotine
them-
like I eat bears for
I found
breakfast.
that
You
when
will
you
never
get a
find it
tobacco
again.
like
It's still
that,
upon a bookshop.
Everett eats bears.
That's all that's all he smokes. Point is on a bookshop.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, Everett, it's kind of weird.
You'll
I'm
never
with
get that
you.
nicotine buzz again.
What was that,
Everett's
Andrew?
blood type is in.
I was just gonna say I'm with you, Everett. I mean, I smoke a lot of strong cigars, and nicotine burleys don't usually bother me. But lately, some of the C&D like Red Virginia blends, the Anthem blend they came out with, a few others. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the tops that they're using because they use tops and they're more nicotine heavy in the top of the leaf, but they're strong.
Is it the 22 version?
I don't remember if I think the 22 did have some of that in it. Yeah.
Yeah, because the 22 is the last of the red and the brats that they had.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it's
right.
really good. I love it, man. It's
Yeah,
great.
point. You need
It
some
will knock
Rustica.
your socks off.
Everett smokes haunted bookshop to sober up. That's what Everett does.
So,
That's great.
is Cole still in chat? Anyway, he was asking about the ash hats before.
I love those. Those are so cool.
Oh, nice.
What is that? I know I sound like a newbie, but
Oh, you're fine.
No, okay, so
You're
when we were
fine.
in Vegas, Briar Blues Mike had, I think it was either a Brevia or a Savinelli cap, and they only come with certain pipes.
Yeah,
And I looked at it and went, hey, I could do that. So, I mean, this is just a prototype. I think the next one I make, I'll cut the cork a little bit shorter. But, you know, the whole idea of it is if you've got a half smoked pipe and you've got to go inside somewhere and you don't want to dump out your tobacco or anything like that, you just, you know, put that in there, put that in your pocket, and you don't have a stinky pipe and ash falling in your pocket. So, all it is just a bit of polished wood with a bit of cork stuck to it.
I saw somebody ask about it burning, and it doesn't burn because you're snuffing out the fire.
Right. It'll be warm,
Well,
but it's not going to
I would
burn.
assume you tamp your pipe out before you
Yeah.
do it. So
Cole
anyway,
said he's getting
that's
in the
progress
shower, so good time to show him the ash hat.
Here's
I'm
your
not.
ash hat.
I'm not quite. I'm not following you, Cole, and I'm okay to not follow you on this one. Cloud Bear also said he's smoking some Rustica, and Chad says you need to pop some Rustica in there too. I've heard that's got a punch.
That's got a serious punch. Yeah.
Yeah. If you gotta want to like earthier tobaccos, if you want to like Rustica.
It tastes great though.
Yeah.
Floral, really
Tastes
nice
like-
flavor.
Tastes like dirt.
Irish flake. And I flew all the way to Troy, Montana, and then unloading this 30-foot Ryder van, I got seriously dizzy. I was like, whoa. That's the only one that's done that to me.
I find H.H. Bull Kentucky stronger than Rustica.
Really?
I like that stuff every now and then.
I'm not
Well,
some
Kentucky,
HH
I like the
Bull
flavor of
Kentucky.
it, but it'll sit me on my rear end, that's for sure.
I don't know if my
Gotta
wife would
be
have a problem
careful.
with that.
I must be like some sort of freak. I must be. Because I'll sit there, I'll smoke 9 bowls of Bull Kentucky a day. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, but your blood type is
soundbite, Martin, for whenever it joins the lives.
Right. Yeah, I need to smoke some Rustica and have a few shots, and I'll be like,
Whenever it goes to give blood, they put one syringe to take it out, and they put a pump in the other arm.
See, I reckon all you'd have to do is, if you're a smoker trying to quit, all you got to do is shake hands with Everett or just rub his arm,
right,
and you're fine.
yeah.
He's a walking nicotine patch.
In fact, we just use Everett as the patch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We stick Everett.
California for 5th degree smoke.
It's like two people sitting next to Everett, and both of them are out.
When I smoke Rustica, I'll smoke that all day long too.
Everett's like, I thought I was so boring. No, apparently I'm making people pass out from nicotine.
I bet people make you sit in the middle seat on the airplane so they can get a nap. He's like, dude, cough on me. I need a nap.
Oh, I lucked out going to Vegas. Coming back, I got the freaking middle seat. I was like, oh my God. I was like this for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, I think we saw that picture of you, like the picture where you could see the two people on either side or something like that. It could have been a lady, I don't know, but I thought sure it was you.
Yeah, when they make your shoulders touch each other in front of you.
Yeah, funny how those people sitting next to you are never the pretty lady, right?
Right. Yeah. No. It's the people he's complaining about is basically he had two of me sitting next to him.
I mean, my shoulders. I lost 4 inches off my shoulders sitting between these two.
No.
But going back to the nicotine thing, Chad has a stronger nicotine tolerance than I do because I saw Chad in one of his lives, and I think a lot of you guys were there. He smoked 3 cigars in one night during a live. If I would have tried that, I probably would have died. I would have been on the floor.
Really? I don't think so.
I think he's got a Teflon coated tongue, is what I think. I smoke that much, I'm getting tongue burn.
That's the trick before you do your lives. You don't want to get all nicked out. You rub your tongue with Vaseline.
Oh, okay. I mean, like I get what you're saying, but I would come out here and I wouldn't be able to talk. My tongue would be sealed up to the roof of my mouth, and I'd like have to go to the hospital or something.
American pageants, you'd smile and your lips would just slide over your teeth.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then I'm Jim Carrey and Fire Marshal Bill.
Chad, Phil, I reckon there's your next little business thing or your next little side hustle is to come up with a tongue protector.
They make those already. Don't ask me how I know, but they do. It is not for smoking cigarettes.
Now, Glenn,
you need to tell me more about this.
Glenn,
no, he doesn't.
No, Glenn, I think you should.
I'm going to say Google it.
Glenn, I think you should do a dual set. You should have ash hats and tongue caps.
Oh,
a tongue cap.
There you
that
go.
sounds like a great record from the 70s.
I can't
It's definitely
remember who told me
one
about it.
you spin backwards too.
I can't remember who told me about it, but I know someone at some point was cutting the corner off a Ziploc bag and putting that over their tongue.
Wow. I guarantee you the very next day they ate Tide Pods. I'd wager that.
And the next day we heard about it on CNN.
We did. We absolutely did.
But in my defense, guys, too, today I was smoking Cube Cut Burley all day, which isn't very high in nicotine, so I had to switch to the Haunted Bookshop.
You don't need any defense. There's no defense needed, Everett. You're just a walking bundle of nicotine.
In a magnum-sized pipe.
A magnum-sized pipe?
Yeah.
He's got to get one of those big, like, honking ones that are like, it's like, got like a 2-inch diameter and it's 3 inches deep and it's like just a monstrous bowl. It's like a fish bowl pipe.
You know what?
What's a big honky pipe look like, Martin? I'm taking offense here.
I don't know why you would take offense, sir. I mean,
you know what, Everett? I once converted a general-sized cob to fit on a Falcon for a bloke. So maybe that might be what you need.
I mean,
and you could just get a trash can and put the adapter on the bottom of the trash can for him.
Wow, this is some hillbilly rocket science going on here now. Holy mackerel!
Nah, man, splash that stuff into a nasal cannula. Take it straight to the dome. He's like, I don't even have to pull off.
Be like, Andrew, I thought that black double X was snuff. For some reason, I haven't gotten it all the way in yet. I'm having problems. Good
Next
Lord.
week, Glenn's going to be turning ash caps with a lathe on his jacked up truck, chuck tied to the axle.
I mean,
genius.
I'd watch that. So if you do that, please
I'd
video
watch
it.
The only blend that really knocked me on my butt, sort of, was Picayune. My Daughters and Ryan.
Daughters and Ryan. Yeah, that stuff's strong.
Aromatics gave me a sample. That pretty much set me down for a couple minutes.
You know,
I only smoked 2 bowls of that, and that was it. That's sitting up in the. I'm like, whoa, this is too strong for me.
I'll throw an underrated out there that I picked up just randomly, just because I just saw it and I was like, why not? And it was that Five Brothers.
That's good stuff.
I love that stuff.
That got me a little bit. I was like, I might take a seat for a spell. I might sit down for a minute.
Eat something and pack it tight because it's a shank.
Oh no, I like to fast for 3 days. Oh my gosh, but that was a great way to end that one. I forgot about the timer. Thank you everybody for joining in. I forgot what time it was too. That's how it goes. Wow. Oh, I forgot about that. My apologies. But yeah, we've ran over time for sure. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Sorry about the I know Mike from Briar Blues is gonna get on me so bad about it. But yeah, again, remember, I'm gonna send these out via text. So text your name and number if I don't already have it. Name, number, and screen name to the number in here. Text it. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to send out the 2-minute warning. Absolutely. And so, I again, it's all about participation and hanging out, sharing it, chatting with us, coming on the lives. Point, thanks for hanging on, man. Hey, yeah, you were kicked off. Sorry, I got a 40-minute time limit, and it boots us. And I forgot to give the 2-minute warning point. You weren't like me. You weren't still talking, were you? That's what happens when somebody hangs up on me. I keep talking for like 20 minutes. Oh, God dang it. I'm sorry. All right, everybody. Remember, we're off tomorrow. We'll be back on. I'm thinking about doing a Thanksgiving one. I'll let y'all know. Just keep up with the the little chat or the communities or whatever, posts or whatever. I'll post either way if I'm gonna do one. If I get home in time, I'll do one Thursday.
You want me to spell it out for you?
Yes, nip it
in the bud.
And we'll see y'all on Thursday. If not, we will absolutely see y'all on Friday. Y'all have a good night.